Hi, welcome to English Grammar. Today I will be discussing two sample exercises from your verb shaping verbs homework. So I'm going to be offering two examples from the list that I gave you of irregular verbs. I'm going to choose them right now off that list. One of the words that I'm going to demonstrate is how to conjugate cling and draw, because I feel like you would use draw more. All right, so I'm going to be using a whiteboard. So hopefully it's a whiteboard application that I have for my new computer. I'm not too crazy about the video, the quality of the video in this new computer. It's definitely not the same as my old MacBook. I don't know if I told you guys, but when I got sick, my MacBook also died at the same time. So it's probably also not very good for my stress. But now I have a new computer. It's an HP. So this is the technology I'm dealing with. All right, so we have the word cling. Cling means to hold on to something tightly. You cling on to something, right? And the good thing about that irregular verbs list that I gave you is that it gives you examples of the internal changes. So you know that when you conjugate the 12 tenses, sometimes this vowel is going to change. Why? Because it's an irregular verb, un verbo irregular. So it means that when you make the 12 tenses, you can't make it with what would typically be past tense ed. No lo coge. No se puede con eso. No. Okay? But you make an internal change. All right, so we have the simple tenses. So let's write simple. This is going to be a little bit complicated because I'm a left-handed person. And maybe these tools weren't made for a left-handed person like me. So we have simple, past, future, past, and draw. Present and future. Right? So in the simple past, basically, all of the simple tenses, you don't use auxiliary verbs to make them. They are simple, okay? So let's do simple of past tense of cling. So I cling is present tense. Cling. Past tense of cling, clung. And if you're not too sure what changes have, if you didn't know this, that you changed the I to a U, you can always verify online checking an online dictionary, okay? You can do that and that's fine. Now, a lot of us, people who are already competent in English or know English as a first language, already know that this E turns to in past tense. They know that. But, you know, there's no exact formula of predicting when a verb is irregular or not. You just have to verify it online, okay? So future, will cling. Verify it with a dictionary or a list like the one that you have. All right. Can I I don't know how this works. I'm not used to this. This is not like an iPad. All right, so that's the simple tense for cling. All right. Simple. All right. Now let's do the next set, which is progressive. So we're gonna conjugate now in progressive tense. Progressive means the act is currently ongoing. La acción está sucediendo in a continuous manner. That's why sometimes people also call progressive continuous. All right, so you have past, present, future. So the key thing about the progressive tense is that most of the time you add a morpheme, ing, to indicate that something is in progress. So past progressive of cling. I was clinging. Present. I am, or you are, he, she is clinging. Future. I will cling. So notice how it truly affects simple tenses, but for progressive tenses, you need your auxiliary verb. So your auxiliary verb is a form of be plus a verb conjugated for ing that indicates progression. Sorry, this is will be clinging. So irregular verbs in the progressive tense still take ing. The change happens with your auxiliary verb. Okay, and that is the progressive tense for cling. All right. Let's see if we can add a new page. How does this whiteboard work? This is built onto Zoom. Can you add an additional whiteboard? All right, I think so. Here we go. Second page. All right, let's consult the next. Our next verb would be perfect. So the perfect tense. When we make the perfect tense, we make the perfect tense using the auxiliary have, has, or had. Okay? That's how we make the perfect. We add one of these to our verb. And not only that, but for the perfect tense, you also can get an internal change. Okay? So let's do the past perfect. So an internal change on the lexical verb. Past perfect of cling. Had, I had clung. Present perfect of cling. I have clung. Future perfect of cling. I will is always there because will is a modal verb that is used to make the future tense. I will have clung. Okay, so that's the perfect tense. Okay, before we had simple, progressive with ing and the word be. So it's be plus ing. So be clinging was clinging for past. MR clinging will be clinging, right? Internal change here. So this is the perfect. All right, let's add another one. All right, so now we will do the perfect progressive. Si no me equivoco. Let's double check. Perfect progressive. Okay, so now we're doing the perfect progressive tenses. I have to hold on to this because it's not easy. All right, perfect progressive. So you have past, present, future. Okay, so for the perfect progressive, you use have, has, had, one of these in combination with morpheme ing. All right, so for your past perfect progressive, past perfect progressive, you use had, I had, and because it's progressive, it also uses the verb be. So a form of be. All right, so it's had, has, had, or be plus ing. Okay, and be can be something that is, si es singular, something that are, a lot of things that are, something that was, a lot of things that were. Be is a irregular verb. There's many ways of expressing something that is. Am, right? So past, perfect progressive. I had been clinging present perfect progressive. I have been clinging future perfect progressive. I will have been clinging. Phew. All right. So all together, let's go back. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, sorry, 12. So here are your 12 tenses, okay? And that's how you would do it, using these formulas, okay? So hopefully that helps. Now, in the next video, I will be demonstrating how to do draw.